welcome.
We were talking about saltines.
We were.
Like right before we started. So I guess if you're going to interrupt our conversation, I guess we better do this.
Seriously, guys. I mean, come on. Really?
This is important. This is important.
Oh, man.
Important work.
Hey, happy World Snake Day, everyone.
I was going to bring that up.
Oh, you knew that? Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
Of course. No, I'm thrilled because, of course, I have a snake, Sweetheart. I have a corn snake. His name is Sweetheart. He's named for a book character. He's the most docile, wonderful, sweet little boy. He brings me so much happiness. Plus, I like all snakes. I like wild, woolly snakes. I like sweet little domesticated ones. I like wiggly, squiggly garter snakes. I want to learn how to appropriately handle them and use the little stick. It's one of my goals in life. I need to get trained on that so I can do rescues. And I'm a huge on snake. I got a snake tattoo. I fucking love snakes.
You want to go out to the wilds and take the rattlers and the...
Yeah, and people who are like, oh, could you relocate this rattler for me?
Right.
And I'll say yeah. And then I'll do it.
And just pull out a little stick and do it
What's
safely.
not a little stick? It's a pretty big stick.
Okay.
Well, here's my thing. I don't think a lot of those people had any training. They just went out and did it. So I would suggest the same to you.
Somebody usually teaches you. I mean, okay. Here's this. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it the right way.
I feel like it might be just trial by error. You know what I mean? It's kind of
We'll
nope,
see.
that one bit me. I'm gonna try that again.
I got bit.
Let's try that a different way.
And then maybe I can go to tent revivals and be like a snake handler.
That's a job.
Be like, power crest. Should we tell people we drove by a tent revival the other day?
Sure, why not?
We really wanted to go, but we were all in the car, and Neil was like, I'm not turning around for the tent revival.
No, I did want to. I think Scott was scared out of his mind to go back. He's like, no.
I got out once, don't take me back, man.
They might keep me.
They're gonna keep me.
I don't want to go back.
It was a very random place. Our neck of the woods is not known for its tent revivals, so who knows?
Right?
Maybe a future cult show episode.
Maybe,
The
but
kids go to a tent revival. What
I
could
wanted to
happen?
go. I'd never been. I wanted to see how crazy it was going to be, but I was kind of like, I'll turn around up here, and Scott was like, no, just keep going.
We'll go when I learn how to handle snakes. How's that?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Snakes.
So anyway,
Snake talk.
snake talking. There's something going on in the world with snakes. Let's see. How about what's going on? Oh, in our cups.
Oh, in our cup. Talk
In
about cups.
our cups. What are you drinking within your cup?
I have a delicious tropical fruit concoction fizzy water. It smells so good. I've had this one before. Here, smell. Does it smell like the islands?
It smelled very, islandy. It was quite.
Yeah, maybe I'll let you have some.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
that's
so
what I got.
sweet. Very nice.
Yeah.
So Caleb and I are partaking upon a wonderful wine that we found on our adventures last Sunday. We were at the Tides restaurant in Bodega Bay, and we happened across the Vino Godfather winery, where our good friend Benny, who is in the chat right now. Hello, Benny.
Hi, Benny.
Welcome.
We're back.
We're back. He's like, yeah, you guys are going to text me. Sure. On your way you go. But we did.
No,
Anyway, so we got this wonderful Sauvignon Blanc, or as you call him,
a savvy bee.
a Savvy Bee. So we tasted it. They were giving out samples there, Benny and his colleague, whose name I do not recall. I apologize. But it was a really wonderful, actually, Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, and this is local to Northern California for us.
Yeah.
We're in Sonoma County, and their tasting room is on Mare Island, right?
It is. They're in Vallejo on Mare Island, absolutely. And
May I see this?
yes, please. And they have a very nice tasting room. It's kind of like, I guess, a nice old, what do you call it, like a mansion, basically, out there.
That sounds so cool. We've got to go on a little field trip because we were looking at the pamphlet. We're like, this looks awesome.
Yeah.
We really want to support our new friends. So this is vented and bottled by Vino Godfather in Napa, California. For those that are into this sort of thing, because I used to work in wine, so I know how this is. And it's a Contra Costa County Sauvignon Blanc.
There you go.
And it's a beautiful color.
So you can go to their website at vinogodfather.com. Very lovely.
Yay.
Cheers, everyone.
Thank you, Benny. Cheers, Benny.
Thanks, Benny. Cheers.
Cheers.
So Todd is drinking a tequila with jalapeno limeade. Wow.
Wow, jalapeno
That's
lime.
a good one.
I love like anything spicy and like with a spicy lemon sort of situation. So you guys remember last week when we sweated to death because it was so freaking hot? Guess what? Still hot, still sweaty. Part 2, the sequel, Cult Show, still sweating.
This gutter landlord over here didn't fix the AC.
Yeah, that is exactly like, I mean, I want to talk to somebody. I want to talk to somebody.
You're whatever. You're a squatter, so it doesn't count.
It is. We have claimed squatters' rights. We are of course going to be talking about Richard Donner tonight. We have lovingly named this episode the Donner Party.
The Donner Party.
Again, we're from Northern California. It's the Donner Party. It's the whole thing.
It's a thing.
It's the whole thing.
It's a mood.
Before we start, though, can Caleb?
Oh yeah, but
Tell
I
us.
always like to tell people like,
You do, yes.
what the heck are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Where am I? All right, so in the studio, we've got the Space Face Macy.
My favorite.
We've got the Reverend Michael B.
Michael B.
And we also have Vanilla Ken.
Vanilla Ken in the house.
Michael and his awesome mama fed us today
Mama.
with like garden veggies and a beautiful plum and other things. So it's very sweet. If you ever want to come and be in the studio, you can, and it helps if you bribe us.
Yeah, bribing goes a long way.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We can be bought.
Indeed, for sure. And then in chat, we've got down in Australia, Hungry Boy.
Hungry?
We got our good friend
Hungry.
Todd
Todd from the 209?
from the 209.
Wow.
209. Can we
2
go
weeks in a
209
row?
Todd?
209 Todd.
There we go. All right. We've got Pismo Mark. Name is
Gizmo.
self-explanatory.
It's a brand.
Mark Visions Truth up in the East.
Mark. Welcome,
Washington. We've got Benny from Vino Godfather.
Benny from the Bronx?
Benny from. Sure.
Toledo's
We've
way.
got Laura and
Oh, I've
Mendy.
seen that. It's just been yeah.
Laura and Mindy.
Laura Minnie, our friend.
Laura and Mendy. Out in Minnesota, we got my brother Enoch.
Enoch.
And then
I like
finally,
him. I like him. I have a
we
good
got,
feeling about him.
Gory Bits.
Gory bits.
Gory in the house.
Chuddy bits.
In Sac County, as he says.
Sac County.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you, Gory.
Welcome, everybody.
Wait,
Thanks,
like
everyone, for
Sac,
being here.
like close to here, Sac?
Yeah, Sacramento.
Gory bits. I didn't know you were so close. Can we gotta have a meetup. We gotta do a crossover.
Well, as soon as they have the Sinister Creature Con, like the full one, we're gonna go to his at his house and sleep there. We're just gonna kind of like ding
Does he
dong.
know?
Just gonna,
He
yeah,
does now.
right.
Gory.
Bits. Gory bits. Do you have pets? Because I love animals.
She will fondle your snake. She said.
Excuse me?
You're.
Yeah. That's not the right World Snake Day. It's not right. It's not right.
That's a different
That's
holiday.
a different holiday. It's called Neil's birthday.
It's true.
Dang.
Anyway, what's happening with you this week?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I did a little preparation for the Donner Party. Did some cannibalism.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No.
We ate all the lady fingers.
the lady fingers. You know, where's my people out there for salad fingers? Salad fingers. You know, if you know, you know.
I don't know that one.
Oh, you guys are old and lame.
Eat some ribs or anything.
No ribs.
Some black-eyed peas.
No.
Any other human part I can think of that is a food?
I was gonna say, where are we going?
I don't know. I was just trying to think of something that's.
No, Hannibal, I didn't. So I watched a fun little film that had slipped by the radar because I wasn't like super like crazy about seeing it, but I'm glad I've watched it now. Hellfest.
Oh,
Came out
really?
in 2018.
Yeah.
Blink and you miss it, Tony Todd's in there. No, actually, he has like one scene, but he does like a lot of voiceover, and it's about some kids who go to Hellfest, which is a it's like a haunt on steroids, Halloween Horror Nights, cranked up to 11, and it's just a good time, and it made me like I want to go to like haunt. I want to go to this place. I want to like be running around with my friends. I don't know. It's very like just kind of throwback-ish. It's just, I don't know. I had a good time.
You liked it? Okay.
I had a good time there.
We didn't hear good things about it, I don't think.
We didn't.
No, I mean, I wouldn't say it's going to be like, oh my God,
Right.
the best movie I've ever seen. But I feel like, I don't know. And I really like the ending too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
had a good
really
time.
wish I would have brought the glass home that Lionsgate gave me in Las Vegas for that movie.
I have it.
But I didn't want to bother packing it home, so I left it in the hotel room.
Man. Missed opportunity.
Space in my luggage was
I'm
limited.
seeing Rusty Spoon. I'm seeing some Salad Fingers fans. You guys would like it. You guys would like it. It's very creepy.
All right.
Okay.
We'll add yet another
I
movie
know. One more title to
to
remember.
the list.
Yeah.
Cool. What about you, man?
So I watched two things that I'm going to talk about. The first, Macy and I actually watched together, and that was Sweet Tooth on Netflix.
I've heard such good things.
So it's so they're like a virus. There's an outbreak,
It's based on book too.
and the whole world goes to shit. So it's like a DC
I
title.
believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. And Robert Downey Jr. and his wife, Mrs. Downey Jr., produced it. So,
Nice.
But there's some good things about it, and
Yeah.
for the most part, I enjoyed it. It's 8 episodes, so. And then I saw a post on Instagram, and someone put a clip up for a movie called Starry Eyes. Starry Eyes.
I've
yes,
seen it.
From 2014.
Yeah.
It was an interesting little movie.
Yeah. A lot of people have like very strong, like cult-like feelings behind
Yes.
that film.
Yeah.
And it didn't hit me the same way. So there was a little bit of a like hype thing going on when I saw it.
Well, not a lot happens until the very end.
Yeah. But I didn't dislike it.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
did not either. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God! I started one more thing.
Oh, okay.
I finally started The Boys on Amazon, which
Okay.
producer Scott and I, we're huge fans of the book series. We were early adopters. Like seriously, like my brother-in-law worked at a comic book shop at the time. It was like day one. Like he read it. He's like, we must as a people absorb this media, and loving it, loving the TV show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
The Boys.
The Boys.
I do remember when that came out.
Yeah, I watched the first season of that, and then I just kind of forgot to start season 2, and now it's been so long that I would just need to start all over again.
Well, I guess you
But
gotta start again.
from what I remember, I really did enjoy it. So
It's dark. It's gritty.
Cool. You know, for me, I don't really have anything
You did nothing.
that I can think of worth mentioning to everyone. But if
Good story, bro.
I know, right?
Way to contribute to the conversation.
You're welcome.
I'm just kidding.
But if I could take an editorial moment, I've had something that's been,
Well, it is our show, so I think so.
you know, that has been stuck in my craw the past couple days. Actually,
me to get
but-
it?
No, leave it for a second. let me see if it'll
Then
come
I'll-
out.
does it
That'll-
involve you doing anything on top of that table there?
You know
I was
what?
gonna say, 'cause, yeah. Okay, well, when you're ready, I'm just gonna
Pop that
flick it
out.
out.
For me. Okay.
Yeah.
So the following comments may not be supported by these two and our producer Scott. but-
Reflected by?
Yeah, may not be whatever the word is I'm looking for. Anyway, but no, as everyone knows, of course, the Delta variant in our wonderful world of COVID
Jesus.
is surging back,
Yeah.
and it is now starting to affect us in California in that many counties are now making strong recommendations that everyone wear masks. Some, in fact, are going as far as to reinstate mask mandates, like LA County and Sacramento County. You guys can tell us, they either mandated, possibly, as well, or it's just a strong recommendation, I can't recall. Anyway, all I wanted to say is, if you're not going to get vaccinated, for God's sakes, please at least wear your mask, because I know you think your civil liberties are being violated, but congratulations, you have now officially violated my civil liberties, because now my business is going to have to eventually probably do some social distancing and some, capacity limits again, because people who are not vaccinated do not want to wear a mask. So I just want to say, because I luckily have a camera that I can look into, say, I'm not going to say what I wanted to say. I'm going to say, at least please wear your mask if you can't get vaccinated. Because
Right.
believe it or not, you are affecting other people.
Yeah.
Louder for the people in the back, Neil.
Yes.
So-
No, I think I support you, Neil. Well said, and I will not
Thank you.
pick that out of your crop because it deserves to be there. And it is true. It's possibly going to affect your livelihood and movies, which we all fucking love. And we've been like, we were all like dying to get back into movie theaters, and now it's like, fuck. Like,
Yes.
really? Like, we're going to get that taken away again, possibly.
Yep.
Or something. And we're not okay with that.
No.
And you know what? Science. Science. Don't politicize science. Just let science be science.
Yes, seriously.
Yeah.
But and if you don't trust it, if you think there's something wrong, like I said, put the mask on. At least protect the other people around you from getting it or from perpetuating the disease and keeping it going. Because then eventually it'll be epsilon, and then it'll be whatever F is, Frankenfurter, and then, and then it'll go on from there. So I'm just saying, I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand the politics behind it. So that's all.
Yeah.
We have
Thank
a
you.
platform. We have a platform, and we shall say.
We won't use it.
It's like in The Wedding Singer. Well, I have the microphone, and you don't. So good.
That's a great line, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know. I wanna
Don't
get it off my-
apologize.
Don't apologize.
Off my chest because it just irritates. Anyway,
Chase.
Agreed.
Chase at Chaps, I had not gotten up yet and committed any fecal matter to the table, so that's the good news.
That's all I need.
Anyway, so, new subscriber alert. We've got.
Anonymous.
Right.
That's okay. You don't.
It's okay.
It's okay. We just appreciate you being here and watching. But you could subscribe.
You could subscribe. We'd like that.
Subscribe. I mean, we see you seeing us. You could subscribe. Just saying.
Anyway,
Indeed.
so where are we going tonight?
Come sail away. Oh, we can't sing. We can't pay for things.
No,
That's-
because no one's wearing masks. We're gonna get shut down. We can't pay for anything.
We're going to be busking pretty soon. I guess we got to start the Donner Party.
Let's do it.
So I would love
We got
for
some
one
happy
of you
people.
guys to talk to us about Richard Donner, who he was. He recently passed away, and the legacy he left.
Okay. Is that me or you?
Go right ahead.
It's me. Richard Donner would have wore a mask. God damn it. No. Richard Donner. I can tell you what he meant to me. Is that okay?
Well, he's a director,
He
among
was.
other things, but most of us know him for directing.
Yes, absolutely. Director, producer. He started early with Twilight Zone, as we were talking earlier, and a bunch of other shows from that era that basically he kind of worked his way up getting the feature films. But to me, as a consumer of movies, he was just, he made so many great late 70s, mid 70s, and 80s films, especially the 80s films that I grew up on. And
Right.
Caleb, a lot of these are important probably to you as well.
Yeah.
When we
Michael?
talk about
Michael's a huge
Oh,
fan.
Michael, of course, absolutely. But we start with Superman 1978. God knows I went and saw it with my father in the movie theater. I remember that. A little 4-year-old Neil, I do remember seeing it with him. And then, of course, you go into things like Goonies and Lethal Weapon and Scrooge.
Was Superman your first movie, maybe?
It's possible. It is possible, I
It's
guess.
4. That's pretty.
It's pretty young.
It's pretty young.
It's,
Well,
it's
especially that you
the
remember.
second movie I remember seeing in a theater.
Oh.
Keyword being remember. I may have gone to something earlier, but my first I remember being Star Wars, second being Superman, the movie.
Mine's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. But I don't really remember it because I was toddly.
You were totterly?
Yeah.
All right.
But that's the thought that counts. So.
But Richard Donner, yeah, so he
Yeah.
was a prolific director and producer. He was a force in Hollywood. He had a big bravado. He has a bravado about him that everyone knew about. And he liked to call people by old school names, from what I understand.
Really?
A lot like you'd be like, come on, baby, let's not, blah, 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 or, but he would call like a guy that too, you know what I mean? It wasn't like,
Yeah, it's not like
it was just like he had that kind of, being about who he was.
Yeah.
He kind of used a lot of that kind of stuff. I think he grew up in an old school way of film, but he was able to take a lot of modern stuff, way younger than him. When you think of Goonies, and that kind of, and even like Maverick, which was a comedy, of course,
Oh, yeah. I think we're going to talk about some of these in a little more detail, too.
We are, I'm sure we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just think as a director and a producer, he had a really good pulse on what things people would like, and tackling. I mean, Superman's not an easy thing to tackle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It's broad shoulders.
Right.
It's quite.
And very few.
Quite. But we're going to start, though, with one of Sandra's favorite films. Right?
Yes.
All right.
Ken,
And
you're in the
Vanilla
audience.
Ken,
Yeah,
yes.
he loves
Vanilla.
this movie too, and he's wearing a really sickening Omen shirt that I wish you all could see. But just imagine it. So before we were talking, and he likes to say, and has said often, it has been noted, scarier than The Exorcist, The Omen. I love that. I think that's really cool. I know we have talked about The Omen before, but a lot of people, they're new and they didn't hear us talk about The Omen, so we could definitely talk about it again. I'll talk about The Omen all damn day.
All day, son.
I love a religious horror moment, and I love horror and a lot of dramatic, kind of creepy stories where there's like a morality, sort of at stake. I love that. I love, especially, this is so dark, but I love it when parents have to like make a choice about children. It's a niche. I don't know. And like, what would you do? And I have a friend who's a parent, and she really is into that too. So whenever we hear about one where like parents have to like do something really fucked up, it's like, we're in. And we're watching that one together. So, of course, there's a curse. Gotta be a curse. Allegedly a curse.
Curse upon your house, sir.
A plague. Gregory Peck's son, unfortunately completed suicide before they started filming.
Right.
His plane, Gregory Peck's plane, was struck by lightning. The executive producer, Mark Newfield, his plane was struck by lightning. There was another thing with the plane where it's like the aerial crew was supposed to be on a plane. Last minute, they did not get on that plane. That plane crashed, killed everybody on board. Of course, we've talked about on Shudder, the amazing Shudder channel that should sponsor us, does not sponsor us yet. They have their cursed film series.
Yeah.
And they did an episode on this, and then of course there's a lot of people, it's cursed because it's about the devil. There's more things with the curse too. The animal wrangler gentleman, whose name I didn't write down.
Did he wrangle the snakes?
No, the
baboons. Yeah,
the
he
zoo scene.
unfortunately passed away the day after they filmed that scene.
Oh.
Tiger attack. Tiger King. The Tiger King got him.
So I've
not
read a couple things about
Yeah.
that, that a lot of it, and I don't really know which is true, but we're just laying out what we've heard here. So here we go. I've heard a lot of those things were made up, like the plane crashing that
Possible.
Richard Donner was supposed to be on that killed the 5 people aboard it was never substantiated. The zookeeper was never substantiated.
It's part of movie mythos.
I think it's just, part of some things could be true. I mean, I think a production assistant was supposed to be killed on her next
There's
movie
more than what I named.
that she was in. And, there's all these things. But, you just kind of wonder how much is
Mythos.
PR marketing
Yeah.
and how much is real.
Exactly. I'm not sure I believe in movies being cursed to begin with, so there's also that.
And I'm just saying, the people at Fox aren't stupid. They're not
gotta
dumb.
lean
They
in.
know that they're going to put butts in the seats and sell some more tickets if, people think that some really bad things happen.
Especially for a horror
while this was
movie.
being made. Absolutely.
People passing out, people puking, people running out of the theater. It's awesome. You can't
Yeah.
you can't buy that.
Can't buy the publicity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The special effects in this movie, we've touched on. I don't know if they get enough love. John Richardson, we love our special effects around here. We haven't really talked about him too much. He is, as far as I know, still working or is recently working doing special effects supervision. He's worked on some Harry Potters, if you know HP. He's done some Bond movies, and he has some iconic effects in this film, of course. We all have the hanging. We all have a hanging moment. The glass decapitation
Best
with
part
the
of the film.
basketball head.
Favorite.
And of course, my favorite is when the priest gets stuck.
The best part about that scene is when it actually hits him.
Yeah.
And because it's just like, no, thunk. It makes like it's a big thunk.
We've talked about that thud. That
Yes.
heard around the world.
It is. And we'll talk about it again, yeah.
I'm going to take a walk around the
Yeah.
entire church building.
No, I just need to step 1 foot this direction to get out of the way.
Slightly inconvenience out of the line.
It's like,
I'm sorry. That's my thing. I'm sorry. Like
love
Neil said
it.
last week, it's a very boring world I live in.
Caleb like walks around. I'm sorry, he just walks around with like band-aids and gauze and other things.
He's like in a bubble suit.
Macy, don't stand there, Macy. Macy, there's a bee over there, Macy. Don't go over there.
It's like, it's not gonna hurt me. Put on your bubble
But no,
suit.
but in this case, really, the priest really could.
He could have gotten out of the way. We all know it.
The priest should have
We all know
gone.
it.
Whoop.
Or like, thwop.
Yeah. No, I mean, instead of going, just
He was so
watching
overcome.
it, step to the left
or
to the
No,
right.
I mean, but
Stress
either
does
way.
things to
It
people.
does. You're right.
He
and
was very stressed.
He froze in the moment. There's no question.
Fight, flight, freeze.
Because I'm saying the minute I see something, the lightning go, and then I would have gone, huh, and like probably ran probably. That's just me,
Like just run like, ah!
Yeah, I ran around in a circle. But that's just my thought of what I probably would have done. But because the lightning would have scared me alone when it hit the thing, and I would have ran.
It's a loud sound.
So it is. I've actually been at where lightning has struck before. It is incredibly loud. I mean, it's,
There's
really?
the thunder crack.
I mean, there's
By
a
the way,
joke somewhere in there about getting struck by lightning.
Benny's leaving. He's got to get back to the tasting room. So thank you
Benny,
for being
thank
here.
you, Benny.
Thank you
this
so much.
This wine is wonderful.
This is delicious. This is a savvy bee.
This is a savvy bee.
Vino Godfather Winery. Go visit Benny.
Oh, it's a Benny. So to bring it back to Richard Donner, if nothing else for our beloved genre, he directed one of the most highest-grossing horror films of all time, and that's a big deal. It's a really big deal. I think most of us like it, but as we've oft talked about, horror films just need to gross and make money and do well, because that's just good for everybody.
Right.
Yeah. And of course, there's something to be said about, all the great actors in this movie, of course, Gregory Peck, but you can see when a director can really pull those things out of their actors too. And as someone who loves this movie, I have to definitely give him some credit for that, and for having the vision to kind of steer everybody through.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
I mean, Gregory Peck. I mean, just having Atticus Finch, like in
a
your
horror movie.
in your cast.
Yeah.
Right there has already got to be. I would think would be kind of a
little
bit
intimidating?
of a. Yeah, probably a little bit.
Yeah.
Quite honestly. And then because Gregory Peck has got quite a presence about him.
That's what everybody said. Yeah.
So and then, I mean, even though you're Richard Donner, you're still like, this is freaking Atticus Finch right here.
Greg,
So,
baby, he said.
Greg, baby, is right.
But this is very early in Richard Donner's.
It is.
Really, yeah.
As far as his films go.
I mean,
yeah.
he'd done a couple movies, but looking at IMDb, there's things I'd never heard of.
Right. This was big, and to have such a success.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely. So I think that, and then, I mean, Lee Remick, she's no slouch.
Oh,
Right.
She's no slouch.
You know what I mean? So
Indeed.
I mean, you got to direct her as well. I mean, there's a lot. And that little kid, just give it up for the kid.
Oh,
he
we
had to
love
get
him.
that kid to do the right thing, hit his mark, do the right turns, the smiles, the no daddy, no daddy, all that kind of stuff, So
And I kind of messed up because I don't have this soundtrack on vinyl.
oh,
And I walk around like singing like
say the words. Do
the
it.
little Ave Satanis all the time.
Yeah, a huge part of this movie for sure.
Oh yeah.
Soundtrack is
It definitely makes
Awesome.
Yeah. Makes it a lot better.
And it's like really good when you like play it like really loud and your wife is upstairs working out, and then she comes down and she's like, "What the hell are you doing down here?
You're like,
you sacrificing a chicken?"
You're like, yeah, I'm having Sunday services.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let me be in peace with the Dark Lord. That's what you say. And so you
God,
say-
Mom.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am. I mean, just work out to it. I mean, that's like the right thing to do.
Yeah, really, you just sit there in a nice omnibus.
Yeah.
Do it.
Diva-doos.
It works perfectly.
So good.
Good workout music. Sweating to the
Sweating to the Satan.
Satan oldies. I don't even know what you call them.
Yeah, we're sweating here in the Culture Studio. We shall move on. We shall move
From
on.
that film or move more into the film?
Oh no, we should talk about more Donner.
Oh, no more Omen though? We're done? That was it?
I mean, do you
Did you
got
get any more Omen facts? Any more Omen
Oh, I got tons of stuff.
things you read?
Hit us with some more Omen.
We were doing some deep dives, I thought.
We are.
All right, well, let's
Deep
go.
dive? Oh, wait, you know what?
What
I
else you like?
forgot.
What
Do
else
you
you
have 2
like?
pages of notes?
Page out of my way.
Oh shit. Okay. Hit us, Caleb.
Harvey Stevens, the young man that played Damien.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's blonde. They dyed his hair black and put dark contacts on him.
Crazy.
Wow.
Why didn't they just?
Like,
I like the tiger.
Why did they just like cast a more darkly hued child? But he's so cute and he's so perfect.
Not just reference Beastmaster.
No.
yeah, apparently Richard Donner interviewed so many kids, and at one point he was thinking about changing the role to a girl because he just couldn't find
Wow, he couldn't find his
the
Damien.
boy he liked. And I guess his sort of test was he would ask all the children to attack him, like when they get to the church and he doesn't want to go inside.
Ooh.
And this kid, like, just went at Richard Donner, scratched his face,
Spider
jumped on
monkey.
top of him, and was like,
Yeah.
all right, dye this kid's hair dark, and he's hired.
Oh, I love that he had that like fight in him.
And he really didn't. He's got 3 acting credits to his name.
Yeah, so
2 of them are for Omen. This one, and then the remake of the Omen
Yeah.
with Liev Schreiber, or Schreiber, whatever that guy's name is.
Yeah.
Never pronounce it.
Who did he play in the remake? Himself? Or-
Did you just have like a small role?
No, he was like a reporter or something.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a very.
He's one of those child actors that was like, and I shall go do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
indeed. This was Gregory Peck's highest earning role because he took a cut up front. $250,000 was what he was paid for this, but for 10% of the profits.
10%.
10%,
Wow.
which
Wow.
is very big. And
That's
the movie ended up grossing like $68 million or something like that.
And this is
So-
also in that day's money.
correct.
As well.
Correct. So he made a lot of money on this.
Wow.
And he was thinking about retiring too because the roles had kind of stopped coming in.
Kind of dried up a little, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when he signed on to this, that's when everyone else kind of thought like, oh, this is legit. And
Yeah.
so it sort of fed off of each other. you know.
Right.
Imagine the ramifications when the studios heard that Gregory Peck signed on to a horror film.
What do you
Like
yeah.
what, you know.
to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah, the butterfly
Yeah.
effect that, that came of that. About, my gosh, Gregory Peck in a horror movie.
In a horror film.
Of course, so in The Exorcist, you had the mom.
Yes.
The mom.
Who we
Give
love.
me the name.
Who we
Ellen
love.
Burstyn?
Ellen Burstyn.
Ellen Burstyn?
Yes.
Right.
You know,
So
I mean,
Like
you also had
Tanner.
Rosemary's Baby, which had, some,
Yeah.
that's true, you're right.
big
No,
names.
there had been, and there had been some.
But Gregory Peck.
Some.
Atticus Finch.
I just had a Gregory Peck of something land on my glasses. Continue.
So,
Ignore me.
real quick, what I think is funny about the film, and every time I see it, I always think it's funny, and I write the
Yeah.
same thing down about it, which
Please.
is the what could be wrong with our child? We're beautiful people.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Conceited much?
Right. Well, I mean,
yeah.
there are a lot of things about this movie that are very dated.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know, like the doctor needing to talk to the husband
Right, about the
his
wife.
wife getting
That
an
always
abortion.
makes me so mad. It's like,
You're like, really? But anyway.
Yeah, there's a few lines in there, a few things. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. They're like that, but
Yeah, well, I mean, and like, I don't know the efficacy of a drive-through zoo where like baboons are like in like a cement. I don't. It's weird. It's just like, oh, it's so great for the animals. No wonder they attacked the car. It had nothing to do with Satan. I think they were just over it.
At least they weren't in a cage, though.
Yeah, they're kind of free roaming now.
No, I know. I'm not arguing.
You're like,
I'm sorry. I'm just being a jerk.
no, I love it. I love it.
okay. How about the cemetery scene when they go back to Italy and he's
Right.
looking for his son? So
Yes.
great scene, great set. I love that set. That looks like if I could like have my bed like in the middle of
Oh my
that
God.
set.
Yes, just like the front lawn.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'd be really happy. Like this is a cool set.
Yes. I
Take the
feel-
dogs. I don't need the dogs there, but I love that set.
Dogs can stay.
But every time I notice this little thing is when they first they remove the first headstone, or not headstone, but the cover.
Yeah.
Of, and they find was it a dog or a horse, whatever? I guess a dog, right?
Yeah.
Skeleton in there, and then they go to the next one, and Gregory Peck, almost like he gets to the crowbar and he hits it too hard, and he goes boop, like and it moves, and it's supposed to be this huge stone thing.
Yeah.
And then they're all, but when he just like kind of taps it with the crowbar, it
You're
actually.
like, no, I saw it.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, no, that's foam. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's. Well,
So, and again,
yeah.
it's just one of those dumb little things I notice every time.
It's one of those things, like
So.
when you see movies a lot, you kind of notice little
You notice a little thing.
stuff like that.
There's
Yeah.
But
there's always.
did we
things,
Did we
but
mention the head one of the best decapitations in film history
Like
ever?
a basketball.
So
Cathon.
yes,
It's great.
I mean, David Warner.
Cathon.
Okay, so I read that David Warner actually took the head home and he had it with him for years.
Oh.
But he
And
got
rotted,
but he
probably.
got a divorce. And
The wife took
the
his
wife
head?
got it in the divorce.
No way. That's no
I
way.
hope she like ceremonial like
No.
burned it or destroyed it or did something to it. Nothing against him, but I think if it just I love the man, but given the situation, you take the head in the divorce, you put it on a pike outside.
I'm not gonna believe that one so much. No way.
Again, I'm not saying
That's like
it's
a
true.
perfect,
I'm
like-
just
It reminds me of that meme. Good for her. Good for her.
And to you I bequeath the house and the summer home and the head of your husband.
She had a good lawyer.
Apparently.
Yeah.
You get the
talking
Jaguar.
about like a will reading though.
You're right, bequeath. Sorry.
I bequeath.
I've never been through a divorce. God bless.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Knock on wood.
If I was
So.
married to him, I'd ask for the head. Hell yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny though. I wonder what year that was, because I'd be curious to know when they
Yeah, I
got
don't know.
divorced.
Yeah, and I do think about the integrity of the head.
Yeah, because latex rock.
Latex, yeah.
Yeah.
It,
So.
like bleh.
It's probably this nasty little shriveled thing, and she still has it dangling in her car, like from the rearview mirror. Yeah.
I know. He was probably like, I don't want it.
What's the worst thing she could do with it?
Right.
I'm pure evil. Why would I need that?
So good.
But I wanted to use it in waxwork.
Welcome to the wax.
Oh man.
Okay,
All
what
right.
else do I got? The
There's got
fish.
more.
The goldfish.
Yeah, what about the
They
little
weren't goldfish. They were dead
goldfish.
sardines painted orange.
Ah! Oh my God!
Really?
What?
What?
I don't know. Apparently.
They just like
Why not
dipped them in
flop
some
it around?
That seems way harder than getting goldfish. How do you
Apparently.
paint a fish?
That seems like super labor intensive.
It does.
I don't know. I don't know.
Sardines are like, and goldfish are like,
And aren't they oily? Aren't sardines oily?
old fish are oily, I think. They put them in oil and they pack them. That's what they do.
Maybe they just plucked them out of like
Yeah, see, I
a
think you're
jetty.
thinking of canned sardines. But,
Yeah.
they do come from an ocean.
So they just plucked them out. They,
they
were
don't
like,
they don't come in a can filled
maybe
with
goldfish
oil.
were too expensive, and they're like, they can't work under these conditions.
Go down to the local 5 and dime and grab a can of sardines.
Yeah,
Put the little old school twist.
I think they eat a lot of sardines in the Great Britain, so it probably wasn't that hard
That's
to
like
get.
dessert for them over there. They don't know.
They don't know.
They're just like, oh, Abigail, get me some sardines.
The
there
poem,
goes- there
the
goes all of
poem
our
that they
listeners.
quote quite a bit about when the from the sea and the not biblical, totally made up for this movie, not in the Book of Revelations whatsoever.
You mean they lied?
They lied.
And you know what? I'm sure so many people
Specifically,
had no
David
idea.
Seltzer, the writer of the
Yeah,
movie.
I'm sure there's so many people who like saw that. They're like, yeah, I remember reading that in my Bible. Quotes.
Yeah, never happened.
Bummer.
Never happened.
Yeah.
I like it though. Embellish.
I bought it. I don't know. I don't know anything about the Bible, so.
Except for what you find in movies, and then you
Well,
go
that's
around quoting wrong things.
So, and then real quick, they have. Okay, we glassed over it real quick, but we gotta give it a second, which is, of course, it's all for you, Damien.
Love it.
You gotta talk, because that's a pretty shocking moment for people all the time, especially probably like crap themselves.
Oh, I'm sure they did. I mean, I remember the first time I saw this movie when I was a tween.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. I had no idea that was coming.
Right.
It's so grotesque. And you're just like, why? But you have to like, it's disturbing, right?
Right.
Like it's very morose.
But it's so quick because you're at a child's party.
Yes.
Everything seems to be okay, and then all of a sudden, boom! You're just like this lady standing on the roof, Damien. Boom,
Ruined the party.
and it's violent. It's just boom crash. So
Yeah.
Do you know
No.
who that actress is?
I don't. Who is that?
Her name is Holly Palance,
as in Jack Palance.
as in Jack's daughter.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Did she do much else? No?
Not a lot. I mean, little things, but she
Yeah.
never
Can
really
she
got
do
that.
push-ups with one hand?
Yeah, right.
I'm sure she can. It's a genetic thing.
That's what they do.
But
she's so eerie, that smile.
yeah, Jack was working on a television show with Donner,
Yeah.
and Donner was telling him, "Oh, I'm going to go over to England," and he said,
Eat some sardines.
"My daughter lives there. Get some sardines, but my
Get some
daughter also
sardines.
lives there.
See
You
my
should
daughter."
hire her for a role. She's a great actress."
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanilla Ken told me that scene actually scares him so much every time that he has to put diapers on
Put them on.
before he watches the movie.
To this day.
To this day. So,
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, Vanilla Ken told me. I don't know. I mean, that's what he
you
said.
know,
So-
Neil just stands on the table. So
Mrs. Baylock.
Oh, Mrs. Baylock.
Mrs. Baylock.
That's super scary for a kid, too. You're just like, I don't want to be alone with that mean lady.
right.
Yeah. that
So
was-
I like how they handled that. 'Cause normally I would be like, why would they keep her? Why didn't they just get rid of her? You know?
Yeah. When just leave the house? 'Cause Mrs. Baylock's there.
But they kept coming up with explanations for why they wouldn't get rid of her, though, and it was very satisfactory to me that I have no complaints, because normally you see how she acts and you'd be like, there's no way I would let this person watch my kid.
Yeah.
Ever, But every time you think that, something happens where they get called away, or the wife,
Right.
Gets thrown off of a,
Powers that be
balcony.
had their
or-
fingers in that pie there.
Yeah.
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 Cool. All right. So what other films?
He did a few.
Can you name one other one that you enjoy?
Yes, I can. No, I have a few that I enjoy.
Okay.
No, I just, I mean, full disclosure, I like a lot of his films, but he's not one of my in my gods of idolatry.
Right.
Doesn't mean I don't like him, doesn't mean he hasn't done stuff I like and respect, but I think comparatively to like you guys, my Richard Donner pocketbook is not as full of wealth. We must talk Goonies. Goonies.
Goonies. Okay.
We must talk Goonies.
Yes.
Everyone's childhood favorite. Like, no matter when you saw it, we were children at different ages, and I'm sure we all loved it as children. Everybody.
Absolutely.
My favorite was Mouth. Personal favorite. Little Josh Brolin.
Little Joshy.
Manos.
Yeah.
He was so young. Chris Columbus and I don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but this film, he did a darn good
I
job.
thought Chris Columbus would be your Harry Potter buddy. Like you guys would be simpatico.
No, I got hot takes on Chris Columbus.
Do you?
Not a
Okay.
fan,
Okay.
not a fan,
We'll get into that.
Not a fan.
Okay.
And he only did the first Potter anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
He didn't do the whole Potter.
No, he did not do the whole series. Yeah.
The movie is just magical. It's just so magical. Of course, you got a lot of Amblin on there.
There's a lot of Spielberg sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got his touch on it. He loves his. Is it like a kids on bikes movie? You know.
Yeah.
And that's like his thing. I think this is like one of those perfect storms of the right script, the right director, the right everything coming together to make like such an iconic film that's still
Yeah.
very beloved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we were the perfect age because we were basically almost the age of those kids, if not the same age.
Well, the first time I saw it, I was probably like 4 or 5. Like, I mean, I've been watching
Okay.
that movie since I was like little.
Right.
But yeah.
That came out in '85, so we would have been 11. I think those kids were roughly the same age, maybe 12-ish.
You're
I don't
too
know.
old for Goonies. I'm just
But but
Never too
that
old.
film came out of nowhere. You go to the movie, you watch it. It was like boom, you know, it blew me away at least. And yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It had everything. It had the action. It had the fun of the funniness with Mouth. No, Mouth with Mouth and with Chunk, and all that cool stuff with Chunk
Yes.
going in with a hand in a blender and all the all that fun stuff. You
okay,
know.
well, hold on. I said my favorite Goonie. Who's all y'all's favorite Goonie? Mouth.
Favorite Goonie. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Chunk was fun. Mouth is cool. Yeah, a little Corey Feldman.
You don't have a favorite Goonie?
No.
I like
No,
Martha.
Data?
I like Martha Plimpton.
Yeah, I like her too because she's kind of like the sardonic Goonie.
She is.
Like, yeah, she's kind of like the realist Goonie.
She's my kind of.
Yeah,
My favorite
yeah,
is.
I appreciate a cynical Goonie. Yeah.
I like Andy, you Goonie.
That's one we
No?
don't do enough. No, I love it. I
All
think I
right.
was.
So funny thing about the Goonies is
What do you think about the Goonies?
I never saw it when it came out.
Oh my goodness.
I
No, tell your truth. Live your truth.
and I'd watched it bits and pieces here and there throughout the years, but I honestly did not sit down and watch that entire movie beginning to end until like 2 years ago.
Oh, shit.
A year ago.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Neil over here. We were the perfect age for the Goonies.
I was the perfect age.
And you're like,
I
yeah,
just
but I
missed
wasn't
it.
fucking there, bro. That Goonie ship sailed and Caleb waved from the beach. I love it. I love it.
You're talking about like how it spoke to us and all that blah blah blah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's really fun. It was a really fun movie,
It
even
super
watching
holds
it
up
now.
as an adult.
Absolutely,
there's,
but
I mean, there's some kind of weird.
unfortunately,
things,
I
but,
don't
yeah.
have the nostalgia to go
Oh,
along
yeah.
with it
Yeah.
that all you guys have. So
You're like, it's like a little pretty brooch, and you're like, I admire this brooch. I'm just gonna put it right here.
yeah, I know I had watched it before we did our Shame on Us or whatever episode.
Yeah.
Because I'd already, otherwise that definitely would have been on there.
He watched it specifically so he wouldn't have to put it on there. 'Cause he didn't want to get called out for it.
Panic. No, I love your honesty. Because
That's all.
you know what? And there's probably people watching who've never seen the Goonies, and they're like, well, if Caleb can do it as an adult, I'll Goonie now.
And I'd pretty much seen the entire thing for the most part. You know,
Right.
there are a few scenes here and there that I had not.
Is it
seen
better
before, but,
sequentially when you, put it all
yeah,
together?
it works
Yeah.
better as a movie,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
way
yeah,
when you
yeah,
see
yeah.
it beginning to end. But anyway,
Yeah.
Did you guys, by the way, know that Corey Feldman's birthday is today?
Is it really?
It is.
Happy
Had I
birthday.
done a,
This week.
This week, but
That's
I
your
didn't do
this
it.
week in entertainment history.
but I still go.
Say it again. Oh.
This week in entertainment history, Corey Feldman born on this day in 1970. Blah, blah, blah.
Yay. Happy birthday, Corey.
Happy
Cheers.
birthday, Corey. I think he's a few years older than us.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Just a couple.
1971, I would guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Goonies, huge movie. Don't forget you had Sloth, and you got
Oh.
Chunk doing their best. You know, hey, you guys.
And then they like adopt him.
And they adopt him. Wonderful.
God,
yes.
that's sweet. I mean, it's a little abrupt.
It is,
But
but
but he's like, you're gonna come live with me now, and it's like, do we need permission from somebody? No, okay, fine, take him home.
and he's like, I got my permission slip.
none of the I mean, social services. He's an adult, so he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
It's-
That's true.
I'm just
That's
saying
better.
maybe like maybe Chunk's family might want,
Might as well.
or maybe they told him, son, if one day you ever find someone who really needs us, just take them in.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think they're just like, son, if you just get pizza, we'll be happy. That's all they care about was their pizza. So.
Yeah, they were like, just do that.
However,
Yes.
Sloth was wearing a Superman shirt
He was.
at the end of that movie.
He was.
All ties together.
There you go.
Why would that matter?
would-
Neil?
yeah.
Why would that matter?
What's the
doesn't-
connection
It doesn't
to
even
Richard
make any
Donner?
sense.
Because
That's
I
weird.
think there's a little part in Donner's history that goes dun 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 dun.
Just a little something. It goes a little something like this. I feel like that's far enough off that we won't get sued either. Okay, he's gonna keep going.
Little pitchy, dog. Little pitchy.
So that would be Superman,
Superman, yes.
the Superman film.
The Superman family.
The Supermans.
They're over on the 3rd floor on the east side. The Supermans.
The Supermans. I think we have a Superman superfan.
I think you're
We do
right.
have a super
Audience.
fan here. Yeah.
Michael B.
Michael B.
Super fan. He's saying yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I also
Super fan. Even though he's wearing a Top Gun shirt
yeah.
again.
Producer Scott, can I tell everybody your Superman little trivia? Just nod. Okay.
That's a yes.
So Scott
I
likes
don't know the trivia.
Scott likes Superman. He's not like crazy about Superman, but he likes him. But for years, as a small child, repeatedly, he was Superman for Halloween. And when he first told me that, I'm like, oh my God, you must love Superman. He's like, no. I just kept being Superman. I'm like, how do you feel about him? He's like, I like him. I mean, it's like,
What kind of costume? Like the.
Were you
It was probably like
were you reusing
regalia.
the same costume every year?
I don't think so.
same, no, different
just-
costume. Got a different costume every year.
Did you like just parents said, "Hey, what do you want to be for Halloween
You're
this
like, I
year?"
don't know,
And
I
you
guess-
just like froze up and were like, Superman.
Yeah, I think he was in it for the candy, and he's like, well, I'll just pull out that Superman again.
Oh, see, you were wise early on. You were
Yeah.
just like, it's all about the candy, not
Yeah.
about what you're dressed up
And
as.
that's probably a
Where
pretty,
you guys are like, fuck the candy, let me dress up.
Yeah, pretty much.
To
You
be
guys.
fair, I am a big fan of the original, like, black and white animated Superman. I
Okay.
liked that a lot as a kid. I think
Oh.
that's still a lot of fun.
Okay.
Black
That's
and
great.
white animated.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know there was such a thing. I know the black and white show that had George Reeves
George
on
Reeves,
it,
yeah.
but not. Anyway, okay.
So,
I was Superman once in 2nd grade.
oh, were you
Yeah,
really?
but back then we had like the plastic costume
plastic?
with the little man plastic mask.
It's like a tarp, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So I remember walking around in 2nd grade wearing this stupid costume, and yeah. And one of the little girls with me was probably like Barbie or She-Ra or whatever the hell was around back then.
Yeah,
She was
yes.
like, "You don't need the mask. You look like Superman."
Oh!
Because I had dark hair.
Yeah.
That was the only reason that me and Christopher Reeve, baby, we're like this.
I think she liked you.
Yeah. 2nd grade, it was.
I think that's
Anyway,
nice that
that
you
was-
look like Superman.
I was like, "Oh, thank you," but
Well, that's so sweet.
it was nice of her.
So for me now,
Yeah.
like the Superman the movie is not my favorite.
No, me
you know.
neither.
I mean, 2 is
Yeah.
much better, in my opinion.
Can I say?
Hot take, lots of hot takes about Superman out there, and people have a ranking, and people have a whole thing.
Can I say? So for this episode, I rewatched Superman 1.
Okay.
Did you really?
And I gotta be honest, I was really I hadn't seen it in probably
Right.
since I was on the dollar bill. I mean, a long time, since the 1700s.
First president,
Yeah.
if you didn't know dollar bill.
So-
yeah.
And I gotta say, I mean, I actually was kind of like, this isn't that bad. I mean, like the scene. I mean, when it opens up with this space and the dun 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 dun, dun, and it kind of builds and everything.
Oh, it's an
I mean,
epic
granted, it's
score.
an epic
Yeah.
score.
It's a score. It's
But
a
the way
wonderful John
they
Williams
build it
score,
and do
yeah.
the whole thing, I was like, whoa, dude, this is pretty cool. And then it goes into the whole thing, and then Jor-El and Marlon Brando, and I'm like, dude, Apocalypse Now, you're right on. You do your thing. Give your long speech that no one knows what the hell it is you're saying. But I don't know. I actually really enjoyed it. I gotta be honest. Christopher Reeve, I never paid enough attention to the film, and I actually quite enjoyed it watching it more. Christopher Reeve, I think, actually did a really good job for what he was up
Yeah.
against. I
Yeah.
mean, it was, and for the time and to tackle a Superman, that subject and that comic, I mean, I think they did a really good job. There's a lot of not real flying, but ropes and strings and
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean? Not all just in front of a screen, but they have them, they're tugging them and pulling them around. They do a good job with it. And
I agree.
So-
It had to be a very daunting task to take on, and I mean, I think they pulled it off. I mean, obviously, a lot of people that's synonymous. Superman is Christopher Reeves.
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
those movies.
Yeah, it is.
I am seeing, just real quick, I am seeing Nick Cage, Teen Titans Go movie.
Brilliant.
Great bits. Great bits. This is why we're friends.
Seriously, yeah.
We're friends. Great film.
I think when I went and saw the Teen Titans Go movie, I was laughing the hardest in the
Oh my God,
auditorium.
I was dying. I was howling. Best Stan Lee cameo too.
Right?
Oh my God, it was
Right?
so good. Oh my
Like,
God.
I was laughing hysterically, and all the kids are like, I don't
They're
get
like
it.
that was a fun TV show too. Teen Titans TV show. All about Raven. All about Raven. But anyway, I digress. So Superman was always my sister's thing.
Okay.
That was her thing.
You're Batman.
As Batman.
Yeah.
Not that you have to choose. My God, apples and oranges. You do not have to choose. But so it was kind of like I always felt like super like protective of like Batman, and she was always like super protective of like Superman. So it was kind of like, you know, sometimes with siblings you keep like a respectable distance.
Right.
With the other one's fandom, because it's kind of like that's kind of their thing. I'm just gonna kind of stay in my lane. I don't want to be too similar to you. Plus,
See,
I like a grittier.
See, I grew up, I was always super protective of Freddy Krueger. That was like my thing.
Yeah.
I was like never protective of any of the superhero guys. It was always,
Sure.
you know.
I was just saying in relation to
Oh, no, I gotcha.
siblings.
No, of course.
And I was super protective.
I
of
never had that
Luke
fandom.
Skywalker, so. You know,
There you go.
Luke. Luke, baby, I love Luke.
Apparently not when he's standing looking at the double suns or whatever it is. So then you're like, nah.
That's just a.
It's fine.
You guys are.
It's
This
still
is a whole
good.
other conversation.
And Donner was also doing something that had never been done before. He was shooting 2 movies at the same time.
Really, what 2 movies was he shooting?
Superman and Superman 2.
He was shooting
and
Superman.
They told him just to finish the first one.
Oh, wow. Michael says they was doing both 1 and 2 at the same time.
I wonder what. Yeah, that's something. That's crazy.
That is.
Yeah.
Actually, when
It's
you
not
think
something
about
that they
it.
do a lot.
But it makes sense that you have in the
Yeah.
very beginning of the first one, you have the actors who, the Zod and the, whatever the other names are. You know,
Zod, Rod.
General Zod, Hot Rod, and
Hot Rod, Pretzel Rod.
Pretzel Rod.
Now all the Superman fans are like, sorry.
Oh, we're gonna get
Keep
at
your
it.
keep your
Slim.
keyboards. Keep them. It's fine. This is all, we're all friends here. It's
Sleepy,
jokes.
dopey, sneezy.
Doc. Yeah. So yeah, so hot takes, a lot of hot takes. A lot of people have their preferences of like which Supermans they like, in which order.
Right.
I'm here for Margot Kidder.
Are you?
Oh, every damn day. You know what? Amityville Horror.
Yeah, that's Amityville.
Huh?
Superman,
Yeah.
having
I'm
watched
not-
it,
Yeah.
I'm like, she might have been the weakest link in the film for me,
I think.
actually.
Okay, to be fair, she had some crummy dialogue.
Okay. A lot of screaming.
Yeah.
Do we
Let's
need
kinda-
to? Okay, which one is it where she does the flying monologue?
The
The
flying.
first one. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. That cheesy ass monologue. I don't know. That's that's like a capital offense. But I love Margot Kidder, and I will support her to my dying day.
Fun fact: that song was written. It's actually like those are lyrics to the song, and there's a melody, but they decided to just have her sing it for that bit.
That was a choice.
Because they didn't like they didn't like the feeling of an outside voice singing
Okay.
what she was thinking, so they just had her say it. Yeah.
I
Interesting.
don't.
Oh, you mean
Okay.
the thing that she's saying? Oh,
Is-
I like that thing.
Oh my God, you're so cheesy. Oh my God.
I was
you're
like, what are you guys talking about?
adorable.
Like, oh, you mean the part where she's kind of like that voiceover thing
Yeah.
of her? Is that Superman up there? Flying in the air, or whatever the hell she is,
It's
with my Crocs and socks. You know, so- okay.
Okay, let the record state. Neil brought up the Crocs today.
Yeah, we
we were
didn't say
giving you a
anything about
break.
it.
You
We
were.
were giving you like a
But if
2-week
you'd like
break.
to do a croc talk, I'm sure we can do
No,
it right now.
No. I was just. I'm so. My
You know what
brain.
Richard Donner loved? Crocs.
He did not. That was the
We don't
last thing
know
he
that.
would wear.
We don't know that. Anyway. That's both stars
What
of
el-
that film and Richard Donner all not with us anymore.
Ah, good point. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, there is a Richard
That's
Donner
kind of-
curse.
And
That's-
neither is Ned Beatty.
And neither is
Oh,
Ned Beatty.
thank you,
He said
Michael.
in there- oh, I love Ned Beatty.
Ned
I love
Beatty.
in this.
Yeah.
So we still got Lex Luthor still going strong, but
Kind of.
Mr.
Hackman's still around?
Luthor.
still around.
Is he?
But
Gene
that's,
Hackman's still with us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's kind of like it's a little bit of an end of an era, a little.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Neil and I are big fans of the Supergirl movie.
Oh yeah, Supergirl.
Helen Slater.
That's
later.
that's a flex. That's a flex because I remember like when we a long time ago when that came up and you were like, oh my God, you love the Supergirl movie, and I was like, squirt. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Yeah,
Good times.
that's a fun film. It's just a fun film.
It's a fun film.
There you go.
Little children.
Supergirls, yeah, Supergirl.
Girls got to have heroes too, you know.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. I think about 5 people have.
Yeah. I mean, you got some crazy actors like Faye Dunaway,
Oh,
you know, and then.
chewing scenery.
Oh, absolutely,
It's
yeah.
brilliant.
I mean, but yet at the same time, you're like, who do these people owe a favor to that
Yeah.
they're doing this movie?
They
know
were
what I
signed
mean?
into some contract, and they were like, you need to be in something.
Yeah.
You have like this option or like this option.
It's either Supergirl or like hardcore porn.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like,
Damn.
I'll take the porn. Sorry, it's been cast.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll do it.
This was a trick. You have to do Supergirl.
Damn.
What else did you guys want to say about Superman? The Supermans.
Just I respect the hell out of the film. I really do.
Right, yeah.
So
Christopher Reeve had 2 parts in it.
Christopher Reeve, yeah. Clark Kent.
No, he also was the air traffic controller on Air Force One.
Mike says he was the air traffic controller in Air Force One, in addition to playing Superman and Clark Kent.
The voice.
He was busy.
Oh wow! And he was holding the wing up the whole time when he was flying it down. He had 4 parts.
Oh my God.
Anything else, Caleb, about that, or is that okay?
Can we please talk about my favorite Christmas movie?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because we all know I fucking hate Christmas.
Yes.
But I must watch Scrooged. I must.
You must.
I must. So Scrooged and rare exports. That's like all I need.
I would. What about the French
maybe a
one?
little Love Actually. And
Yeah, I love that.
maybe some Die
yeah.
Hard.
Don't forget Père Noël, whatever.
Oh, with the song.
Yes.
Heavy, where are you?
It's Christmas.
Where are
and
you, baby Jesus?
Yeah, baby.
Father
when you lift some
Jesus.
weights, and then you go over to the Costco and get your chicken bake.
Get your chicken
This is
bake, baby
Christmas.
Jesus. But yeah, it's definitely it's just not Christmas without Scrooge.
Yeah, that's
It's
a good
not.
one. Definitely.
We all know I love Bill Murray, big fan.
Yeah.
And I love. I mean, it's a whole cast. It's a whole cast.
Bobcat.
On this one. Karen Allen, who
Karen
I
Allen, of
adore.
course. Yeah.
Adore Karen Allen. She's such a savage. She's so cool.
Isn't Alfred Woodard in that also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is
Yep. Assistant.
assistant. Yeah.
So kind of funny. I will fully admit there's some of the references in Scrooged, like because of being like so of its time, that I always chuckled at, and then I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about. But I've since learned. But I knew some of them, but other things. And I don't know. It's just so funny, and it has a lot of heart. I don't know. I feel like for me it's when I think of Richard Donner, that's definitely something that comes to mind is this
Okay.
film. It's just very iconic for me.
Yep.
For me, it's like they keep trying to remake that movie, not Scrooged, but the one it's based on.
A Christmas Carol?
Christmas Carol,
Yeah.
over and over and over and over again,
Yeah.
and like out of all of them, like Scrooged is the one that. That and Muppets Christmas Carol.
Those
Those are the two that get it right.
Muppets.
There's actually, I think TNT, this is like not Richard Donner at all, I think TNT released it, but there's one starring Patrick Stewart and
yeah.
Richard E. Grant, who's like one of the loves of my life. And that movie slaps. I love Richard E. Grant as a Cratchit. He just nailed it. And this year, 2 years ago, FX did kind of a dark, rendition of it too. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of a fan of. I am a Dickens fan, so I gotta have some tip of my stovepipe hat. To
Y'all have
Christmas Carol.
a great holiday special planned now. Christmas Carol Through Time. Review every single one, rank them.
Oh, damn.
Every
Jesus.
single one.
Wow, this is going to be worse than Friday the 13th.
Oh my God. You're going to be very salty, cranky people.
We are. If you make us watch that Jim Carrey animated one, oh man. Sandra's gonna throw this table over and just storm out of the place.
Hungry Boy, Richard E. Grant is a god. Yes.
Yes, he is.
Yes. And
Most
also,
definitely is.
I am wearing a Loki shirt today. When Richard E. Grant turned up on the Loki show, I dropped my teeth. I dropped my damn teeth. And he did make me cry. He did.
Wow.
Man enough to admit that.
You cry a lot.
When I cry, I think I've explained how Sandra cries. My eyes well up with tears, but they don't fall.
They freeze before they get down.
They
It's
just
like-
keep welling,
It's
welling,
kind of
welling,
creepy.
welling.
Producer Scott can attest to that. When I watch like movies and read books and stuff, that's how I cry at media. Is my eyes just become bloated with tears, like a water balloon, but nothing falls. They just get reabsorbed.
Huh.
I don't know. Anyway,
It's probably good for your skin.
oh, that's
Keeps
why I got this youthful glow.
Yeah.
It's not from the sweat in this fucking studio at all.
That and the tears of your people in your dungeon. We know that you collect tears.
It's a waste of good suffering.
Exactly.
Yeah. Scrooged, we love it. We're here for it.
We do love it.
Richard Donner.
That was a great film. It was fun.
Yeah.
Even
absolutely.
the happy go ending at the end where they're all singing this song.
It's so appropriate,
you know.
though.
No, it is. It's great. But I just
Yeah.
remember even like when Bill Murray's like, okay, that side of the theater, let's only hear you now. And that side, kind of
It's
all
so
that
silly.
fun stuff. Yeah,
It's so silly.
It's a fun film, absolutely. And again, Bobcat Goldthwait, I loved his character as well, especially when Bill Murray gives him the Zerbert on his stomach, in an elevator or whatever it was. I don't know. It's funny.
Classic.
Good stuff. Did you ever see Lethal Weapon?
I love Lethal Weapon.
Right.
I actually did a little rewatch in preparation.
Okay.
I've not seen anything but the first Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
I am told 2 is good.
Very good.
I will watch them at some juncture, but I really like the first one a lot.
Yeah.
I think that movie is. I mean, it's just Mel Gibson, Danny Glover. It's magic. Mel was magic in that movie, and then just the two of them, the energy, the synchronicity. Richard Donner at the helm. Hi, Tom Atkins. What's she doing here? I don't know, just being in Lethal Weapon. Like, love to see it.
Look at that milk you're holding, Tom Atkins. By the window. Maybe that's not a good idea, Tom Atkins.
Tom Atkins.
Oh, Tom Atkins.
Yep.
Talk about some 80s sax.
Yes.
Lethal
Oh.
Weapon.
Definitely.
Oh, it's
Anytime they want to show a mood.
Yes.
oh my God, we sound like that
We
movie.
do just like it.
I'm
Great.
too old for this.
I don't know, but I feel like at that time to see Mel's character, it's very vulnerable. And I don't think we were used to seeing a lot of men in roles like that, and especially
Okay.
one that we were so like, it's Mel Gibson, he's action guy, and he's like very raw and like, it's kind of hard to watch, like the pain that he has in that movie and with his whole backstory. And I feel like there's something undeniably magic about Mel with Richard Donner. There's clearly something
Yeah.
there. And I think, again, that's the director pulling great performances out of
Yeah.
somebody. Remember I said I want to talk about something?
Yes, I do.
Mel Gibson. I want to talk about Mel Gibson.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I want to just throw this bomb into the room and watch it explode.
A Mel Gibson grenade.
So I was a huge Mel Gibson fan my whole adolescence, up until we all know what happened.
That
Yes.
fateful night on the PCH.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Whew. And that was a big one for me because I was such a huge fan. You
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shocked us all. It really did. 'Cause
Yeah. And he's kind of back. He's doing stuff.
He is, yeah.
Is that allowed? Like, how does everybody feel about Mel Gibson being back? Because I haven't watched
So
any
he
of the
is
things.
in no way back in the way that he was
No.
then. And a lot of the stuff he's doing now is like behind the camera as a director.
No, he's in acting.
No, I'm saying like don't get me wrong, but the things that he's acting in, they're not really coming out theatrically. Like a lot of it's, straight to.
Well, he was in the Daddy's
Theaters
Home
and-
movies, which people did see those. He's actually he was in the Beaver one, which was kind of an indie thing, but a lot
Right.
of people saw that.
Yeah.
And he is going to actually be in a Hulu movie that's coming out. And he has a few other. I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's some actors that when they hit that cancel roadblock, it's like we're never going to see them again. And his was a big one. Like, we don't want to do any premature canceling, but he did a big bit.
He did a couple big things actually,
big
because
bads.
his wife recorded some things he was saying to her, that weren't
Nice.
great.
So it's just kind of like, I'm very interested. And I do want to see the Hulu thing that he's in. That looks great. It's also got Frank Grillo in it, who I love.
Right.
And Ken Jeong and other people. And it looks fun because it's a loop movie, and I love a loop.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, everybody's really silent. Nobody knows how they feel
No,
about,
no, I mean,
I
about Mel.
feel like I've kind of said. I want to say that everyone should be able to come back to say I'm sorry but not in like the,
Cheap
my
apology.
publicist wrote this and
I'm
I am
sorry you
reading
were
it,
offended.
Right? Like I want to see them truly understand
Yeah.
that what they did was wrong.
Right. I agree.
But I don't think we should ever cancel someone permanently unless they're like Harvey Weinstein or Bill Cosby or something like that.
There's a bar.
Some people need to just kind of go away, but I would like to
Yeah.
think that you can be redeemed and not just kind of go away.
Yeah, there's
So,
definitely a bar.
and I have not accepted him back into my heart.
Same.
We're
not there yet.
I have not made Mel
Yeah.
Gibson my Lord and Savior. He's not anywhere in our Trinity or he's not even in
he would
demigods
really,
or anything.
At least at one
so.
point in his life, he would have really liked to have been our Jesus. So.
At one point he was. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He was the man
I'm talking about his
for a
Passion of the
very
Christ
long
days.
time. And that's what was so sad about it was it hurt,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we all loved him so.
I think as far as any public figure like that betraying you and like
Yes.
literally breaking your heart, Mel Gibson probably was the largest to do something like that. You know what I mean? Because he was like.
Michael Jackson hit me really hard too.
I haven't seen that movie, and I don't know about any of that stuff yet. But
I do.
I know I don't want to watch the movie. But we're talking about Mel Gibson. You threw a Gibson bomb. You didn't throw a Michael Jackson bomb.
No, that's another.
You can't like carpet bomb this place the whole time. On the Gibson bomb, he broke the hearts. I have not accepted him back.
Yeah,
into
we
my
haven't
heart.
taken him back.
And I have seen things that he has directed. I don't know if I've seen anything he's acted in.
Yeah, me neither.
Since he's
Okay.
Even when Passion of the Christ came out, I gotta be honest, I was kind of like,
Oh, that's when we were.
Right, you were like,
and it
bro,
started to kind
what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on
It was,
with you?
it was like starting
Yeah,
to
he
be
was
like,
sliding.
has anybody checked on Mel?
Yeah, and then Apocalypto, and you're kind of like, okay, what's
Yeah.
going on with you, dude? And then that thing happened over at the old the Moon Dance, I think it was called, for the PCH. I drive by it when I go back and
Yeah.
forth. Anyway, but it was just like, yeah, I mean, it's I
So
kind of like.
we're not there, but it's like okay, but we're all we all have some openness to redemption.
Everyone deserves a second chance in a
chance.
way.
Not everybody.
Okay, not everyone. Harvey Weinstein should burn in hell with a raging case of gonorrhea. I mean, that's just like a thing.
Ew.
But
Okay.
but
Okay.
I don't know about Mel Gibson. I know that's a good question. I don't know that I can ever probably. I feel like I was betrayed. I feel like someone that I was married with, I had an intimate relationship with, cheated on
And
me.
you were.
And I was hurt. And I was.
Yeah.
I feel like he should have like a scarlet letter on him.
You can be in movies, Mel, but you must wear
You must wear, yeah.
a scarlet M on your forehead, and you can't cover it up with makeup or
Nope,
anything.
nothing.
Okay.
Someone
I
has to
just-
walk behind him at all times, going shame,
Shame.
shame.
Pretty much.
I just wanted
We
to.
solved it
float
for him. Let's do it.
I just wanted to float that. That's all.
No, and that's a good flip. Honestly, thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot about, again, that chemistry between he and Richard Donner. In my mind, they're a bit linked.
Right.
Yeah.
Not saying any judgment about anybody one way or the other,
And I
but
think-
they're a little linked in my mind.
I think, with Neil, I think he can never be more than just an acquaintance to me now. He's never going to be a friend. Definitely not a lover.
Oh my God, Caleb, you slay me. So, Lethal Weapon. What do you guys like about the rest of the franchise? Because Donner did both the second and third, right? Or
Did you do
I
the
believe
fourth
so.
also?
I don't know.
I think he did them all.
I think he did them all. Yeah.
Yep.
But you should see the second one. The second one takes Mel Gibson's pain and backstory and brings it up to the forefront.
Oh,
So
perfect.
and,
Okay.
and it takes it, yeah.
So I'm definitely gonna like that.
And you'll like it. I think you'll like it a lot, actually.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
And it's got a lots of great quotable, whether
Yeah.
it's they fuck you in the drive-through or diplomatic immunity. Yeah.
So kind of continuing with theme,
Okay.
Mel, Maverick.
Okay, Maverick.
I love James Garner. I think he was amazing. And James Garner, friend of the show, Jodie Foster. I say friend of the show because we all really like her. By the way, the little girl who lived down the lanes on Shudder. Did you guys see
Oh,
that?
really? No, I did
I think
not.
that's fantastic because that's a whole new audience that gets to experience
Yeah.
that. Graham Greene,
I got
Alfred
to meet
Molina.
her. I got to meet her briefly,
You did.
twice.
That's right. Graham Greene,
I got a
Alfred
picture.
Molina,
Same.
all coming together in this Western stew.
Yes.
Donner at the helm.
Don't forget. Did you say Graham Greene?
I did.
Yeah.
I love Graham Greene.
Yeah.
So they've got their energy going on in that one. That's another one that it's impossible for me to not think of Richard Donner and think of Maverick because that was just a childhood favorite. I had that on VHS.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's a very funny film,
It's,
actually. Really well done. Very
I
clever.
enjoed it a lot. I honestly.
Danny Glover's little cameo is so cute.
I have not
Yeah.
seen it. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the robber on it. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the last one that I've seen of continuing this braid is Conspiracy Theory,
Okay.
which not going to go down as one of my favorite Donner films, but
Patrick Stewart though.
Patrick Stewart,
With a fucked up nose.
Julia Roberts,
Yep.
and anytime I think of because of The Catcher in the Rye, how he had like 50 million copies
Yes.
of it,
And he had to have it.
had to have it. I think of that with a lot of books that I love. So there's something that implanted
There's
in my
something there,
brain.
yeah.
But
Yeah. That song, I Love You Baby, always gets, stuck in my head anytime I think of that movie.
oh
'cause
my God, good
that was,
point.
That was
Good.
like a reoccurring. Yeah.
Now I know a lot of people love the Lady Hawk.
I love the Lady Hawk.
That's another one I watched a lot
I know
as a
it's not a
kid.
great movie, but I still love it anyway. It's got nostalgia on its side for me. Neil, I know you don't like it.
You hate it.
No, I don't.
Is
I
it
hate
Matthew Broderick's hair?
It's probably a little bit his hair, and then the fantasy genre, just in general.
Just
kinda-
It's a hard
not
sell
your
for you.
thing, but
It's a harder sell, yeah.
it's just
But
I remember renting that from a video store and going to someone's house to watch it and going like, "This is amazing!"
I watched it a lot as a kid too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Willow, where it's really ingrained in there. It's chiseled deep, deep.
So I've got 4 films that kind of all fit into they all came a similar time frame,
Yes,
and I
yes,
never
yes,
really
yes,
wanted
yes.
to watch them very much because they're all fantasy.
Okay.
And it basically was Lady Hawk, Willow, Legend, and Labyrinth.
So that's
And so those like
that is a hot take. That is a spicy take,
so it was
Neil.
like, I know, and it's like you're like Labyrinth, but David Bowie, but Muppets. And I'm like, I know, but fantasy, kind of thing. And
So
then,
if it was like a crime noir, all those things.
I don't know. I just for some reason those 4 films are all in a very
They're right there.
like they're all very similar to me. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's kind of
okay.
weird, I know.
Okay.
But they're all in that. And I'm not saying I hate them. I'm just saying they were hard films for me, even today, to say I want to watch them.
Like Labyrinth is, I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite.
I love Labyrinth.
I know you do, and I know a lot of people do, and I'm
Yeah.
not like shaming or faulting,
Right.
and I'm not even saying it's a bad movie. It's just
Right.
one of those things. Like Legend and Labyrinth are just like, and I love Tim Curry, so.
Yeah.
We all do.
But those are just 2 really hard movies for
Legend's really hard
to,
for me.
to sit through, and I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Legend like puts me to sleep.
Oh no!
I'm like, kill the horse. I don't care. I don't care.
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
What I was gonna say,
Whatever.
horse
Sorry.
is never-ending story.
Whatever.
It has a horn, Neil.
Never-ending story tolerate because of the theme song.
But
Like I can sing that song all day long.
But yeah, just those
So.
2 movies, whereas I love Willow, I love Lady Hawk, and,
Yeah.
and the other 2, I'm just kind of like,
So you would be super miserable if we ever did Lady Hawk episode. You would just be
No,
like,
I wouldn't because I get to make fun of it. Probably. I talk about haircuts but no, I probably wouldn't be miserable. You guys know fantasy is not my thing.
it's not your job.
That's
No,
all.
I totally respect that. It's not no, of course, everything can't be everybody's thing.
Exactly.
Then it would be weird. Do you have any cool facts about Lady Hawk?
I don't actually. I didn't really.
I didn't really-
I wrote these down like right before Scott said, "And go."
And go. I don't have a lot of like fun factoids about it too, except for it's inexplicably linked to Richard Donner in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, speaking of Donner,
I love him. Yeah, go on.
what do you guys think about playing a Donner party game?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do
Do it. Donnie Parter.
A Donner party game. Donner-
Donnie Parter game.
A Donner party. We don't have any music for this.
Neil didn't make a.
I didn't make a. My name is Donner.
Wait, we need a saxophone.
Yeah, we do. We need an 80s sax. Okay, this game kind of follows with our theme last week a little bit with My Name is Chud, in that you were going to replace Donner in the name of a film or whatever it might be. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to feed you some facts or a little hint or something about a movie, and then you're going to be able to kind of fact, or a person, and you're going to be able to kind of put Donner in there in place of a similar sounding word. So you might hear one that sounds close to Donner, and you will know that Donner goes in place of it.
Oh my god.
So if
I'm already stressed.
so if I say, who's your favorite disco queen? You might say,
Donner
Donner
Queen.
Summer. Okay.
Damn.
Okay, that's
What did you
I feel
say?
like that's the only one I'm gonna get. What'd you say? Richard
Donner Queen.
Yeah.
Dancing Queen.
okay, no, Donner Summer.
Richard Donner was
These are either people or movie titles, okay? I think. Okay, here's a real easy one. Okay, who's your favorite reindeer?
Donner.
Donner.
It's okay. Okay, you got it.
Okay.
What's
High
your
five.
What's your favorite zombie film from 1978?
Donner of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead. Very good.
Yay,
Okay.
yay,
Okay.
yay.
All right,
Fun,
all right,
fun,
all right.
fun.
Dan Aykroyd's wife.
Donner. Shit.
Donner Reed.
No. Oh fuck.
It's half of your last name, dude.
Dixon.
Yes.
Jesus.
Very good.
I
Donner Dixon.
No, good one, Kayla. I don't know the woman. I don't know her.
Spies Like Us.
Yep, Spies Like Us.
Wow.
Okay. Santico Pandemonium. That's a hint for the movie.
Oh, from Donner Till Dusk.
From Donner till Dusk. Very good. It's actually from
Just
Dusk
talking
till
about,
Dawn.
like,
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
From Donner Till Dusk.
Yep.
Break it out.
This is a 90s rapper. 90s rapper.
That's all we get?
That's it?
Baby,
Can we
you
get a
send
song?
me do, 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 do,
Wait, how's it go?
do. A 90s rapper. There's only one that sounds like in there. It's a
Coolio Donner? I mean, like, what the?
no, not good enough. I'm sorry. Baby, you send me was kind of one of the lyrics of his most famous song.
Oh, I know it.
You know who is
is
it?
it?
Tim Donner.
PM Donner.
Donner.
Ding, ding,
Okay. Good job.
Very good.
Yeah, 90s
Vanilla.
rapper, and he says PM Dawn.
Oh, that one hit my head.
80s action film. Wolverines.
Red Donner.
Red Donner. Very good.
Very nice. Very nice.
Who's your Golden Arches clown?
Ronald
McDonner? I'm like Ronner McDonner?
Ronald McDonner.
No, I think it's Ronner. Oh my God. Who's your Golden Arches clown?
This borderline lucky star was breathless in Dick Tracy.
Oh, Madonna. Because that sounds like how some people really pronounce her name.
That's actually right. This guy licks armpits when he makes love.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Donner Sutherland.
Sutherland.
Yeah.
Very
Jesus.
good. Donner Sutherland.
It was all Donner Pleasance.
Yeah.
That was Loomis, yeah. All right. This quacky sailor is an exhibitionist by heart, always running around pantsless.
Donner Duck.
Donner Duck.
I wanted you to finish reading that one because that's
Okay.
so good.
Thank you. Finally, number whatever, the last one. What's your favorite Sam Raimi sequel?
Evil Donner?
Evil
Two.
Dead 2.
Evil Donner 2?
Evil,
Dead by Donner?
Dead by Donner.
Dead by Donner, yes.
right.
Evil Dead 2, Dead by Donner. There you go.
Dead by Donner.
That's the Richard, or the Donner
Enoch
party.
said 90s rapper is Snoop Donner Dog.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah, but that
No.
he doesn't have Doggy. It's not Donner.
You did a really good job. You did a really good job. You pulled this together, and you made a beautiful game for us. Everybody be thankful for what Neil did.
Thank you. Be thankful.
Famous sibling performers.
Sibling performers.
Oh, Donner and Marie?
Oh. There you go. Very good. All right.
Dang.
That's good.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay,
I think
so
it's great. So, I mean, unfortunately, one of those legends of cinema has passed on, but luckily he left us a lot of films, some I haven't even seen. He did a lot of episodes of TV too, which we didn't have time to get into, but because he did a ton. He did a ton.
He did a ton of stuff,
He's
yeah.
a titan of cinema, and
So.
it's unfortunate. And I will definitely be thinking of him when I watch Scrooged this year for sure.
Tales from the Crypt.
Tales from the Crypt.
Yes.
Yep. Tales from the Crypt, which he produced and also directed 3 episodes.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely. All right, great. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Sorry if we, ran off on a different tangent here and there, but that's what we do.
That's what we do.
It
We're having
says it
fun.
right in our our bylaws of
Yeah.
our show.
We have
So-
a lot of fun here because we don't like to be too regimented.
Right.
We're friends hanging out, and if you're naughty, you do get put in timeout
Careful.
because we're getting bigger and bigger, and we want this to be a fun, welcoming place for everybody. So, play nice, kids.
All right. So next week, we are doing another classic film. Are we not?
No, we are. I was trying to. We went on a little field trip.
We did. We did a little Donner trip. Donner field trip? No.
No,
No.
we didn't this time.
That didn't
No,
work.
now I feel like we've got it. We went into birds. Went to the burbs. The birds.
Yes.
I
we went to
called it
Bodega.
birds too much.
To
We went
Bodega Bay.
to Birdland. Bodega Bay,
Good
which
song.
is right in our backyard. Literally, like, it's in our county. And we've talked a little bit about the birds, but we've never really done a whole episode where we talk about our feelings. And it was a super fun field trip, and we wish we could have brought you all along with us, because that would have been.
Yeah, but y'all
Hilarious.
didn't sign your permission slips.
No,
so.
your parents did not sign your permission slips.
Kidding.
We did not look for Hitchcock's ghost. That was a misstep.
Oh yeah.
But we did find some birds along the way.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
So the birds coming at you next week,
Right here.
right now, and maybe some
At
80
the Colt
sacks.
show.
Yeah. Cold show, birds. Take us home on your sack.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
It had to be said.
Thank you, Hungry Boy, Todd, Pismo Mark Vision's Truth, Benny McKay, who's already left, Laura, Dan, late.
Boogie boom. Thank you guys. We appreciate it as always. Thanks for coming with us on this trip.
Goodbye.
One more time. Goodbye.
Bye.